Captain Marvel initial reviews are in. Let's do some analysis. Hey there, Tom and Tom's Tech Show. Today we're kind of going over Captain Marvel. I know the Rotten Tomatoes numbers for reviewers started dropping today, so this morning, and since they redid their format, you have to go in, you don't get the top critics link unless you click this more info button down here on the bottom. So if we click more info, then we can click top critics, then that shows our rating for top critics is at 63, all critics is at 83. Now I've been kind of tracking it this morning since everything started. It hasn't really changed much for top critics, but if you look here for all critics, it's definitely started to drop. I mean, it's gone from 91 down to 83. Is this a big deal? Is this huge? I don't think so. I mean, many other How to Train Your Dragon is 92, Lego Movie 2 is 86. So, Green Book 79. So it's still going to get a certified fresh, even with the top critics being 63. What we're really everyone here right is waiting for this right here, for the audience score. What's that going to be? Where's that going to hit? What are we going to end up with? And are basically at that time 33,000 people who had their not interested votes removed and basically ignored, are they going to come back and start really digging into this and saying, I don't like that? I mean, is it going to be, and that's the problem, right? Is this going to be retaliation from those people who were not interested against Captain Marvel, or is it going to be them being removed against Rotten Tomatoes? I mean, it's going to be both, right? And against Disney for potentially, theoretically, right, orchestrating the whole thing, right? Do we know? Well, I took these numbers and I've got them in my spreadsheet here, and yeah, this kind of fluctuate. I'm going to keep tracking this for the rest of the week up until probably Saturday and Sunday, when most people start getting their audience score in. So then these fields over here will start to be filled in, and then I can graph it and see how that's working. I mean, there's only 132 reviews. Some of these movies get up to over 400 reviews, so we'll see where that tracks. One thing I did do, since this is supposed to be a Whammons movie, right? I came over and I took the first 3 pages of the reviews and I just took out the names, pulled the names, their gender, whether they're a top reviewer, and the percentage score, because many of them gave ratings or a alphabetical rating, a grade, and I put that into a spreadsheet. And then I took all of those and you take them all, divide it by the count, and that's going to give you the average. So the average score for female reviewers is 75. So, and there were 29 female reviewers. Now the average score for male reviewers is 70. So a 5%, fluctuation, which isn't too bad. There are 40 men reviewers. There are, in the women reviewers here, there are some who just, I don't know, blatantly or something just gave it 100%. I kind of don't believe that those are truthful. From the other people like Grace Randolph and reviewers out there that already have their videos out there that are there, yeah, I don't. With the problems that I've been seeing in these people's reviews, what I've been seeing and hearing of what's going on, it's definitely not a 100. So I think we're getting kind of a fluctuation, definitely from the women's side, that's going to account for that 5%. That, it's a women-led movie. One, you can't go bad and not rate, this woman's movie, high, because, then you're against women. Right? So, and I don't know that some of these are just like, crazy SJW reviewers. Do they only review like super artsy things? I don't know the background of them. I don't know, what other things they reviewed, and and all that. So, but there is just this 5% difference in their reviewers. There were no women of color that I could see in any of these reviewers. I went through all the pages, and everybody that has an image there, there were definitely black men that were there, but no black women. I could not see any. Maybe there were some as we get further along. So I know that's something that Brie Larson definitely wanted, but just in general, from the ones that are listed there now, there are none. So what she wanted, she at this point didn't get. But just kind of interesting going over these numbers. I'm going to keep track of this going forward with how it's going to play out with the audience score and all that. So keep tuned to my channel. I'll keep posting these links to this kind of spreadsheet on Twitter. I'll put it up somewhere and start, keeping the track going so that we can kind of see how it's working. The other thing that was there that I saw in a few reviews about the end credit scenes, was that it's nothing spectacular, nothing, really, wow, we need to go see this to see the end credit scenes. So they don't really want people to go, I guess. They're playing to a specific audience, and unfortunately that audience doesn't go see this kind of movie. So we'll see how the box goes, and we'll see. I'm sure Odin's Movie Blog will be out there, and Grace Randolph will be out there with her box office stuff on Monday, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, these are my numbers. Keep watching for them. I'll keep updating this, and we'll catch up later. All right. Thanks. Bye.